Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anna Manuel. Local lawmakers are planning on tackling road improvements in the southern tier. Our Sonia Ellison was in Big Flats today, where leaders unveiled some of their plans for 2024.
A news conference was held in Big Flats today to discuss the 10% cut in state funding to the CHIPS program, which supports local roads. The program is essential here in the southern tier.
A $60 million cut, or 10%, would be a devastating cut to our local infrastructure.
$116,000 to do 1 mile of road, blacktop 1 mile of road, and we have 75 miles of road right here in the town of Big Flats. Just to put that in perspective for money needed.
The Consolidated Local Street and Highway Improvement Program, or CHIPS, provides funding to municipalities for construction and repairs of highways, bridges, and other infrastructure not a part of the state highway system.
Because it's mile per mile. No matter how many miles you have, you get the same rate per mile. So it's a very fair program.
Assemblyman Paul Massano says CHIPS funding is the lifeblood of the southern tier infrastructure, and cuts could even affect property taxes.
It would be devastating to the property taxpayers because they would have to make up that difference.
Most of the roads in the southern tier are not a part of the state highway system, so our region relies heavily on the CHIPS program to maintain local roads. Locals say many roads have needed attention for years, but lack of funding has delayed paving and repairs.
But yeah, we can't get $5 million to repair one road through the village, which is a main road.
Just like to see the money restored so we can keep up with our roads.
So hopefully she'll look around the corner and say, hey, you know, I did make a mistake, and put it back in for us. Because the infrastructure is the main thing, and everybody drives on local roads, so.
Because they are falling apart.
Big Fox contacted the governor's office, but weren't able to get a comment on what was said at the conference today. Sonia Ellison, Big Fox News, Big Flats.
Horn's True Value in Sayre, Pennsylvania, announced after over 100 years of business, they will be closing in a few weeks. Though Horn's did not announce an official closing date, they will have a retirement clearance sale with discounted prices. Horn's thanked everyone for their years of support and announced they will be open every day, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekdays and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. weekends until they close.
Well, the strongest of the winds are gearing up here as we roll into this evening and overnight. So note that a wind advisory will carry over into our Friday morning, as we are noting the potential of an exceeding 40-mile-per-hour gust through that morning commute. Now, we will see an easing of those winds, which will help to ease some of that lake effect, but it does not look like we are done with some of those snow chances just yet. So highest concerns currently, but changes ahead, and I'll have more details coming up in a few minutes.
Time to hit the road. Midwinter vacations are becoming more popular across the country. But as our Dante Brown reports, there are some steps you may want to take to ensure that you stay safe during your travels.
While getting out the house is on everyone's mind, some tourists' favorite spots have been tagged with a warning. In Jamaica, a level 3 warning due to a recent rise in crime rates. The Department of State advised avoiding walking or driving at night, public buses, and secluded places. Corning travel agent Tom Freeland spoke with Big Fox News about some advice he would give to vacationers during this time of year.
Guiding people to be aware, be cautious of your surroundings, and stay safe. A lot of my people will stay in the all-inclusive resort. They don't leave the resort, which they're much safer than if they try to go out and travel.
Freeland also said that January through March is usually some of his busiest time of the year, and that next week he has more vacationers than ever before ready to leave the house.
Freeland advises that travelers stay in their groups and next to their tour guides. And while traveling can be dangerous, it shouldn't let you stopping from exploring the beauties the world has to offer.
While some travelers come extra prepared, others just like to enjoy themselves while they're out.
I don't really think about the safety too much, but just be aware of your surroundings and just, go places where locals go.
As the weather starts to warm back up, it'll be more than just the birds flying south. Just remember when you're traveling, experts advise you to stay in your group, follow your guides, and have fun while you're out and about. Dante Brown, Big Fox News, Corning.
In New York City, former President Trump appeared in court today, where a judge ruled that the hush money criminal trial against him will go ahead as planned. Rebecca Castor has more.
It's not the decision Donald Trump and his legal team were hoping for Thursday. A New York judge officially scheduled his first criminal trial over allegations he paid hush money to adult film star Stormy Daniels for March 25th.
They want to keep me nice and busy so I can't campaign so hard, but maybe we won't have to campaign so hard because the other side is incompetent.
The trial is expected to last 6 weeks, keeping Trump tied up in legal meetings in courtrooms as dozens of states still have to vote in the GOP primary.
I'll be here during the day and I'll be campaigning during the night.
Meanwhile, in Atlanta, a judge is hearing arguments over whether to disqualify District Attorney Fani Willis from leading the Georgia election interference case against Trump. Willis is accused of lying about a romantic relationship with the prosecutor she hired, and if those claims are true, the entire case is at risk of being thrown out.
The bombshell is the witness who testified that there was a personal relationship before the prosecution of this case.
And if that wasn't already enough to keep track of, a verdict in New York's civil fraud case against Trump's businesses is expected as early as Friday. Republican challenger Nikki Haley adding her 2 cents on X, writing, "All of this chaos will only lead to more losses for Republicans up and down the ticket." The first step for Trump's criminal trial in New York is for the defense and prosecution to agree on an impartial jury. The judge says jurors will be informed ahead of time that Trump is the defendant. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
As federal student aid continues to experience delays, some colleges are reportedly taking action. A report says some schools across the country are providing students with their own financial aid forms. The forms do not replace the free application for federal student aid, but they may provide an estimate on aid offers for the 2024 to 2025 school year. The Department of Education says it will not be sending students FAFSA information to schools until March. Still to come, we'll have a look at your full forecast. Plus,
rideshare drivers are parking their cars and hitting the picket line. I'm Alexandria Hoff in Washington with more on the strike coming up.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Well, as the system has been passing on by, it's been bringing some areas of some wintry mix to some snow showers, but we are noting that that system is pulling out and it is bringing a very strong northwesterly flow with it, allowing for wind gusts to exceed 40 miles per hour here through the overnight into the morning commute. That creates very difficult travel. We also note that unsecure objects could potentially blow their way far from your home, so make sure that you have those objects secure or brought indoors. Now, we're also noting that this is triggering some lake effect, but we will see that as we head into our Friday morning, lake effect is going to come to an end as those winds start to ease. Now, we're going to have a small break into our Friday afternoon before what we're going to see is that we're going to have 2 systems passing on by Friday night into Saturday. One going to be first from the south, which is going to feed into maybe a few areas of some snow showers, but the stronger system is going to be a cold front that's quickly on its northerly side, bringing again that flow across the Great Lakes, which is going to trigger some more snow showers to last potentially into our Sunday, but then we should be back to some sunshine on Monday. So here as we roll through the forecast, what we note is that as we head into our Friday here, we are looking at, for the most part, Elmira even working into maybe some peaks of some sunshine, not too high of impacts here locally. Do still stay with that west-northwesterly wind, but calming there. Those, again, winds will ease, and so will that lake effect. We see that there's still some definitely strong bands of that lake effect in place, but we'll see that as we head into the afternoon, that falls apart, allowing for maybe a little peak of some sunshine, some calming and quieting before here's that southerly system bringing a few snow showers to areas of mainly Pennsylvania, but then cold front pushes on in Saturday morning, and that's going to bring some scattered snow showers and trigger again some of that lake effect. Winds won't be as strong, but enough to allow for for areas to see that bump up in accumulation. So we are looking across much of our area, at least getting another coating of those snow showers. You can see some of those more dense areas of some reflectivity to our north, as that's where that lake effect will be ongoing, allowing for those numbers to add up. So concerns for travel will last into the weekend forecast as we battle these systems passing on through, and then there will be some quieter weather into early next week. We are underneath that northerly flow, so that does keep more near normal temperatures, anywhere from those low to mid 30s. Again, Friday, we ease the winds in the morning hours. We ease that lake effect. Might see some areas of some clearing, but then a system passes on by to the south. Might just clip our Pennsylvania counties there with some light accumulation, but then cold front passes on by on Saturday, triggering another round of some scattered snow showers, keeping temperatures a little cooler, and then we will be talking about working into some quieter conditions starting on Monday.